Hey everybody, this is Melina from ScrapbookingwithME.com and me, Crafty Scrapper, here on YouTube and Instagram. And today I am showing you the November E-Club kit. We have all kinds of goodies in this kit. We have the Simple Stories Simple Vintage Rustic Christmas, the whole paper pad. And it's got some of the cutest patterns and stuff in here, and like some classic poinsettias and Santas and stuff like that. So very pretty little collection. Then you get the entire pack of brads, and this also has some self-adhesive chipboard pieces in it too. So let me show you these. Now, these are not your traditional brads. They don't have the little pokies on the back, the little legs. They're self-adhesive, but they look just like a brad head. So I love those. Let me get this paper to put behind them so you can see that a little bit better and try to get the glare off. But we've got brad heads on here, and then we have chipboard stickers, and you get the entire sheet of that. And then your papers this month, now they look a lot brighter on the camera than they really are. They're a true like Christmas green and Christmas red. And then we have two glossy looking postcards. They're very vintagey. I love those. The whole pack of, there's 56 in here, die cuts. So ephemera, bits, and pieces. So they have banners in there. They have some tags in there. Little torn tickets, some poinsettias, a wreath, all kinds of little, and it's kind of farmhousey looking. So very cute. You get another full pack of ephemera, and this is just kind of color coordinated. So you could use this other than for Christmas items. And so there are all kinds of pieces in this little pack that you get. You get vellum in here. You get, let's see. Oh, that's like some that's like drawing paper or straw paper, that feel on those little receipts, vintage looking receipts. You get a piece of acetate, and it's got stickers cut out in it. That's cool. And it's like postage. And then little ticket pieces here, and then these are glossy tickets, these bigger ones. And then you get some other little number tickets, vouchers, ledgers, things like that. So lots in that die pack there. For the first time ever in an E-Club kit, you get a yard of pom-pom trim, and this is a very cream neutral color to go with everything. Miss Betty has stepped forward again this month and made us some Christmassy labels, word labels, to go along with our collection we're using. You get quite a few doilies, and these are around 5.5 inches. Some might be 5 1/4, but then a lot of them are 5.5 inch diameter doilies, so quite a few of those. And then last but not least, and let's not forget everything that is in this little glassine bag, you get some strips of bling that can be easily cut apart. If you've never worked with this kind of bling, pretty much everybody has, but if you want to just get one or two off and not use the entire strip, you just use your sticky scissors and clip in between them like that, And then when you go to pick them up, and like if you get your tweezers or whatever, your pickup tool, whatever you use to pick them up, then they come off one at a time. It's going to be easier for me because they got some strong adhesive, I guess, to pick it up that way and then put it on my tweezers. So there it is in my tweezers, and it's just the one, and the others have stayed on there. So that is how you get that bling individualized, if you would like it that way. Just thought I would share that. I didn't know if everybody was aware of how most get those apart. And then I'll put it back on there. And then you get a little sampling of foam dots. So they have adhesive on the back side and adhesive on the top. So you get some foam dots in that little glassine bag. And then you get another little pack of die cuts. And these are not Christmas themed, so they can be used for other things too. But we got a really good deal on some die cuts and wanted to fill up your e-club kit this month. So lots of little die cuts. Everybody won't get the exact same die cuts in the glassine bag, but you will get the same amount. So little papers there. That is that mulberry paper, like handmade paper in there. Cute. Some little tags, some little labels, and ephemera. So this kit this month is jammed packed. Oh, lots and lots and lots of stuff this month. So I'm going to put all of my littles in this glassine bag. So all that little stuff from that die cut pack went in my glassine bag, and then I've got my doilies and my little labels, and then of course you always get your waterproof bag that the kit comes in. So I hope that y'all love that as much as we do. I'm going to cut the branding strip off of my 2 pieces of cardstock. And so we have 8.5 by 11, 2 8.5 by 11 sheets of cardstock in this kit. And like I said, that is showing up way brighter than what it actually is. I don't know what is up with my lighting today. Let's see what happens. See, it's too dark when I turn those off. So, I'm not sure why the color intensity is so intense. But it is. Alright, so I am wanting to make multiple little gifts to give away with this kit. I'm going to cut both of my pieces down the middle, so at 5.5. And that's going to give me some even pieces. And with each piece, I'm going to score it down the middle. So at, let's see, 4 1/4. So I'm going to score each piece at 4 1/4. So this is like card fronts, like traditional little card fronts. So if you wanted to go ahead and make cards with these, you could. And you have the perfect little invitation size card. But I'm going to be doing something different than that. So yeah, this could be 4 different card bases. So if you're into making cards, you get 4 card bases out of one, or yeah, out of one E-Club kit, but out of your 2 sheets that come in your E-Club kit. Okay, I had some that were a little taller than 5.5 for whatever reason, so went ahead and cut those down. So now all perfect little card fronts if you wanted to just do that and decorate them and use them for Christmas cards. But I'm going to round all of my corners just because I like that look. You don't have to do that. Now I'm going to use some craft cardstock. You could actually just use the cardstock that you get, but I want my little pockets that I put on the inside that's going to hold the ephemera or the gift card. I want it to be kind of uniform throughout all of them, and then I will put this pattern paper on top of each one of my pockets. And I'm going to cut each one of my pockets so that they are 2 inches tall, but with gussets, so that there's some space, you know, to put stuff in. So they are 2 inches tall by 4 inches wide after I fold over my little 1/4 inch gussets. So I am cutting these pieces of cardstock. So see, there's how it will look inside there. And I'm cutting these little pieces of cardstock 4.5 wide by 2 1/4. So 4.5, that's your width there, and 2 1/4. So there is your pocket before scoring. Here it is after, and after we cut our little notches off the bottom. So 4.5 by 2 1/4, and you have 4 of these, so you will need, and you're going to have 2 in each one, so you need 8. And then you will need to score them at 1/4 inch, and then 4 1/4. So 1/4 inch and then 4 1/4 get you 2 1/4 inches there and there, and then turn it around and score it at the 2 inch mark. So you've got your score lines on either side, and then your bottom score. And then what I do, if you have a particular way of doing it, go for it. I just cut straight across where those 2 joins are, and then fold it in and fold it in, and you've got your little pocket. Now on each one of mine, I'm going to round these top corners. So I'm going to fold that in and round it like that. You need that folded in, so that will round also. Your little gusset that's behind it. Okay, so we are going to put these pockets in. I've got this one rounded like I want it at the top. Now I'm going to put mine in with 1/8 inch score tape. You can use liquid glue, whatever you would like to use. I'm just going with my pocket putting in adhesive of choice, and that is score tape. Okay, and then you're just going to fold in where you've scored that, fold those on under, and then line it up where you want. I want to ink mine before I put it down, so just barely give a little inking around, and then I'm going to put that in. Now if you want to cover the insides go for that. You need to do that before you put your pockets in. And there's my little pocket, and the gussets give it just, you know, a little bit more leeway to put just a few more little goodies into. So there's the first one. I'm going to go through and put all of my pockets in, round all of my corners, ink them on the edges, and go ahead and glue all of them in. And here are all 4 of mine with the pockets in and ready for a gift card, ephemera, whatever you want to fill them with. So I have all kinds of little pieces and parts and die cuts and everything else in this kit. So, you know, you can add all kinds of stuff. You can add multiple gift cards into these. So if you have a few people on your holiday list that you need to give gift cards to, or you want to give gift cards to, these are a perfect little gift. Now I have went ahead on this one and done my inking. I'm going to go ahead and do that on the other 3, and then we're going to get to some decorating ideas for all of them. And don't forget to ink the backs of them too. Now, for any of the cardstock that I'm taking out of the pad that I want to go on the front or back of these little beauties, I am cutting them 4 inches. Now, let's say I want to use the back side of this also, so I want to do it this way. Four inches by 5 1/4 inches, and then I will round those 2 front edges, corners. So that's how I'm going to get that matte finish around the edges of my holders on the front and back. And then on this one, I want to fussy cut this flower here on the edge that's on this paper and use it on my cover. I've got that cut out, and then I'm going to ink the edges of it, and then ink my paper that I cut out. Now for super fast mask making, of course you don't have to ink edges. It goes a lot quicker when you don't ink edges, but I like the look of that, so I am doing that. Okay, we're going to put this piece down, and then I'm going to get one of the doilies from the kit. Now on the back of this one, I don't think I'm going to put any kind of paper on the back. You can, of course, if you want to. I'm just going to make sure to remember to sign these. So there's my signing on that, and then I'm thinking that I want to cut this doily about in half. Don't know that I want to put it on the back side at all because it's just going to get messed up. So I think I will fold this over to where I want to cut it. give myself a guide. And try my best to cut a straight line up that guide. Okay, that works, and we will cut off the excess on top and bottom. I think I want to grunge this up a little bit. Doilies are very pretty ink and coffee stained, so if you ever have a time where you are inking some papers and stuff, try dipping some of your doilies down in that ink, like toward the end. They're very pretty inked. Alright, I'm going to line that up how I want it over this edge, because that way I can come back and trim it all good and straight. And make sure your glue gets all the way to the edge there. And then I'm going to put this down here after I cut off all of my little edges, so that I can see where my straight edge is. So straight across, both top and bottom, and then trim off any excess you have at the fold or spine. Okay, and then I'm going to line up my little fussy cut piece where this paper is lined up. And then I'm thinking that this needs something behind there also. This little piece from the die cut pack, and just ink edges. And I'm going to leave this kind of open at the top so I can get that piece in, and then I will glue that down more, just so I can see placement. So like that. So I'm going to put glue all back behind this, and then more glue there. And then I think we need a brad or something on the front. I like adding dimension to the fronts of my projects, because that's where you can add dimension and not bulk up the inside. And you really can't add dimension to the back, especially since it lays down most of the time. So I like this little heart. Maybe about there. That's pretty. Line that up. So there's the front of one. And then we can add some little tags in here, and some more pieces of ephemera. And then this little darling could go down in the front of one of your journals, in one of those front pockets, or a back pocket, or wherever you would like for them to go. So this is a quite large secretarial pocket, but you get my meaning. They could go in like that, holding your ephemera and things that you want to add to your journal, and you could get quite a bit in those little pockets that's inside that. So there is one. very simple way to use up cardstock too. So even if you don't have the E-Club kit, you could use up cardstock this way. If you've got some in, let me get out this too. If you've got some cardstock in your stash that you just haven't used, this is an easy way to use that up. I love these little things, holding lots of ephemera. You see how it's moving around. It's got so much room to add even more in there. Okay, and then of course gift card too. You could add your gift card, and you could get some coffee dyed, ink dyed, tea stained, whatever papers, and add your gift card. Let me see if I've got one up here. Look at there. I do. It's not a gift card really, it's a rewards card. You could add your gift card any way you would like. Pop like this or straight in like that. That gives you enough room to pull it out. And then you could add some journaling back behind it. I like it out more than straight down. Add your little journaling here, the little note to the person that you're giving it to. I forgot, we need to decorate up those inside pockets. I want to put some of this pom-pom trim on the outside of one of these too. Okay, to decorate these, I'm going to use the same paper, but I'm going to cut it at 2 1/4. And then I'm going to cut it at 4 inches. And you will see why I'm about to do this. I'm going ahead and getting it the size that I need before I tear it. So I think I will use my tear tool and just try to hold it down so it stays put while you're tearing it. You can do it that way, or just do it the old-fashioned way and get that white core look that I like personally. I'm going to give it just a little bit more distressed look there at the top, and I'm going to ink the edges. And then, see, I'm going to add that on like that. And we can even add on a little die cut after we add on this paper too. So both of those are on. And then let's add a couple of little die cuts. That's pretty. And you can even add one that's a little taller. It doesn't have to be just on that. Let's see, how's that go? Like this. You can add one that is a little bit taller, and you know, it'll peek over the top of your pocket. But I'm good with that. I like how that looks. And I want to just ink a little bit on this little cheer word, and just get me a few little dots of glue here and there. That size of that word is almost perfect for that little pocket. And then I need to take I took my glue off the top of that star there, so we wouldn't run into any problems putting things back behind it. So there is our pockets decorated. and our cover. I think those are so cute. Great little gifts, or great to use in your journals. Alright, let's go ahead and decorate one of the red ones. I'm going to cut one of these cards from the paper pad. It has cut-aparts, and I think this would be very cute as the centerpiece of this. I like that. Very pretty. Oh, that red is so vibrant on the camera. I don't know why. My camera does not like the color red, I guess. Now, to pick out what I want as the background, I like this side, a lighter side, and then we can add a die cut that has some red in it. So I'm cutting at 4 inches and 5 1/4, rounding the two fronts, and then inking the edges. Let's get that vibrant red covered up and get our little card put in the center. Got the little Santa Claus stamp die cut and the little holly bush piece out of there. And then I'm just going to put my glue on, add one to one corner and the other one to the other corner. I like that little heart too, so I'll put that on there too. So there is the front of that one decorated. So let's decorate our pockets on this one. And I really like this paper, so I'm just going to cut 2 pieces. Remember, we need it 4 inches wide. And then two and a half or 2 1/4, so I wouldn't have had enough to do that, but maybe I can still get 2 out of that since I'm wanting to tear it. This one I can tear a pretty wide strip off of both sides. Okay. And then this one not so much, so let's just do it really thinly across the top and the bottom. And see what we've got here. We might have to, let's do just a little bit more, a thin little strip off of this one. Oh yeah, that evens up a lot better. And I'm going to ink my edges, cover up some of that white core, and then glue them on. I picked up one of the die cuts from the non-Christmas set that you get in your kit. I'm just inking it just a little bit because it's already vintagey looking, and of course it goes where I don't want it to go. And then this little holly jolly word from the collections die cut pack, and then one of the die cuts from the collection pack for the other side there. So there's our pockets decorated, and you could add a little mini card down in here, write a note to the recipient and add it down in there, Here's some more die cut pieces. I love them all layered up like that. And then this piece has a little perforation there, so that is cute to add in the little pocket too. So there's another little ephemera or gift card holder done, and we still have 2 more to decorate. And I got out my little bling that's in the kit too, and I'm thinking I want to add a couple of these. Remember earlier in the video I had clipped them apart, so I think I will add that on top of where that little holly berry is. It's about the right size. Cute. And then we also have our little Christmas words that we could cut apart and add in there too, or probably we'll put on some paper, and I'll use one of these because they're like the perfect size to put on the fronts of these, so I will use those on my next 2. So anyway, November E-Club kit. I hope you love it as much as we do. We were very happy to be able to give you quite a bit more die cuts and things in this kit. So you have a lot to play with this month. I have barely scratched the surface with your little tutorial video that goes along with your E-Club kit this month, because this kit is chock full of great items, and then items that you can use even past the holidays. It does not have to be Christmas projects that you use some of this that was in the kit with, so, or for. So I hope that you enjoyed this video using the November E-Club kit. Y'all have a great day. I will see you in the next video. I'll have some still shots of these too at the end. God bless. Bye, y'all.